Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Tiara. You're tuning into the Prittee Truth. So today we actually have someone special with us. So this is my mom. Today is actually her birthday. She would have been 45. So she's going to be just hanging out over here while we continue with our show. So first up, we have Malaysia.
Hi.
She is actually the creator of Let's Keep It a Buck. So it is actually an urban news page on Instagram. And so I wanted to introduce you guys to her because I actually met her through social media. But since, speaking with her through social media and just following what she does and following her page, I've actually grown to... She inspires me to do even more than what I do now, and I want you guys to, get the same sense and feel, and if it motivates you, then get motivated. So, first things first, for people who get into blogging, because I guess anybody could say they're a blogger, right? Because anyone could, talk about something and, right? Yeah. So, when you first started blogging, what made you... what was your big story? What brought you out? How did you show your face?
The first big story was actually when Adrian and Balon got married.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was, how many years ago? I think 2-3 years ago.
Right, but everyone thought that she was gonna, end up still back with Rob Kardashian, so that was, a big thing. But
yeah, when she recently just got married, I started posting all of her pictures, and... when I say I was getting thousands of likes out of nowhere, I was like, hold up. It wasn't even that big. I've just been posting just regular, and then all of a sudden it's just started popping off.
It just took off. Everybody was like, that brought most eyes. That was the most interaction you've seen. That was the first one.
Yeah, that was definitely the first one.
Right. I asked because, some people would be there'll be bloggers for ever. And then you won't see until after their 30th picture, you'll see that the likes pick up. People will start actually following with it. And then you'll be like, oh, okay, I wonder what she did that changed it in between.
Yeah, it took me a while before it actually popped up. It was maybe I was blogging for maybe a year.
Right.
And then it started popping up and popping off.
Right, and that's a prime example of how things just don't happen overnight.
Definitely. Blogging does not happen.
Hello. But also, as a blogger, how do you keep up with the daily news? How do you keep up with the tea?
Not sleeping.
Oh, gosh. How does that go for you?
Because I don't know if you guys recently, maybe a month or two ago, Alexis Sky, the whole Alexis Sky when she was about to fight Black China and things like that.
Oh, my God, in the club, yes.
I don't know how it happened, but I was up right when she went live, and I was catching all the tea. The whole live video out of nowhere. I caught every single part of it. Alexis Sky started to like it. Then when she went on with Facet the next day, he liked it. He was liking videos. I'm like, how?
That's why, because you was the first one with the scoop.
I was up at 3 o'clock.
So
3 a.m.
If you want to be...
Because I was 3 a.m. our time, but...
over there was, yeah. But the early bird gets the worm, so, I mean... I guess, wasn't you glad you was up and you had you had all the time in the world?
Hello. Laying in bed all right, let's post this, let's watermark it. I make sure I watermark it because people like to take your stuff nowadays.
So some of my blogger friends, they tell me, they be like, oh my God, I did this story on such and such and she blocked me. You believe she blocked me? Why would she do that? Has a celebrity ever blocked you?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I have a whole hashtag for it. LKB block.
Oh my God. So who was the first person who ever blocked you?
Ella.
Wow. Were you did you take it as oh shit, I made it. She blocked me. She was looking at this tea. Or did you take it as, wow, no, she really blocked me. I'm hurt.
She's lucky hated me for mad years now. But when I started posting tea that was true about her, and that's what I tend to find out, as people block me, it's whenever you post tea that's true and they know it's true.
They can't come back. They're
they can't come back from it. Mariah Lynn did the same thing out of nowhere. Don't know why. Posted something that was true about her. She blocked me. Me just blocking her. She doesn't have feelings. Masika, I don't know why. Who else? There's been a few people. India, Lil Durk's girlfriend.
Okay.
The whole Bernice Burgos thing. She blocked us.
Oh wow.
It. Yeah. Philip Klein. I'll never be going to his show.
Why? He blocked you?
Yup.
Oh my God.
Because my best friend, I give her a shout out because she's been there as well for long, and she's up there late nights. She was the one who caught the tea about him paying somebody or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Caught the quickest block because we was actually telling the truth and telling the readers. All his followers was coming to our page and was like, "Oh my God, is this really true? Is this true? Is this true?" And the girl who we got caught cheating with and ran into the comments and
oh my God,
a whole other thing.
That, you know, and I feel like celebrities, they share with the world things that they don't want the people to know, and then it's like you can't even get mad. Sometimes people gotta, you know. Sometimes, you know, I'm for some stuff, but then, you know, bashing, I'm not really with. You know.
That's why my name is Let's Keep It a Buck, because what people don't do is they don't keep it real all the time. These blogs, they don't like to keep it real.
Keep it real with Let's Keep It a Buck. But so you actually have a new venture going on. You have a podcast. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, Malaysia's DRTV podcast is going to be basically everything from beauty, inspiration, health, fitness. I might even start doing like some artist interviews because I'm debating if I want to keep it with Let's Keep It a Buck or I want to keep it with Malaysia DRTV.
Okay.
But just about everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, I actually tuned into the first episode, and you guys need to get into it because. So, hello. It was super interesting. It keeps you going. You don't ever get bored. You're not like, hold on, wait, what's going to happen next? So, I definitely think you guys should tune into that when you have a chance. But next up, I have a very special segment coming up. And tune in. We'll be back. Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Tiara. You're tuning into the Prittee Truth. So next up, I actually wanted to introduce you guys to some people very dear to me. I actually met one of them through social media, and the other is actually a lot closer than that. He is actually my family, and I've actually chosen for you guys to meet them today because they are actually some of the most funnest people that I've came across in a very long time. So starting with, we have Omar. So, everybody say hi to Omar. You guys can follow him on Instagram. His name is King Omar _. Is it 2 underscores or 1 underscore? 2. It's 2 __. So, actually, I met Omar on social media. So, how I met Omar was actually during one of my business ventures when I spent some time on a podcast. We talked about Dream Doll. I believe it was just a scenario about women coming up in the rap industry and things like that. But I talked about Dream Doll in a positive light on, you know, the show, and he happened to come across the show, and he brought Dream Doll to my views, like, and she wrote me, and she was like, "Oh my God, like, one of my fans told me, you know, you're so real, thank you." Like, you know, she was super, super nice. She sent me, like, a graphic with her on it and the hat. It was like super, super nice. And still to this day, you know, I like her pictures, and she'll individually like my comment. Like, she's super real. I actually always say that she's one of the dopest artists coming up. And I've been said that she was going to be on top. And on that podcast, y'all can go see that on YouTube. I said that she was going to be on top, and here we are. But everybody, I hope you guys love Omar as much as I did, because from then I followed him. I follow him. I tune into his lives. I see his little pictures. I follow him like he's my little brother. I'm like, wait, let me see. Like, I'm looking at stuff. So I decided to introduce you guys to him today. And we also have Eddie. So he is actually my nephew, you guys. And since I've met him, he's been super, super, super real and himself. Like, ultimately, there isn't a moment where I see Eddie and he's like, oh, down, or like, oh, I'm depressed, or oh no, it's always life. Like, and if I'm sad, I get to him, I'm like lit. Now I'm not sad, I'm not angry. Like, I just love that. I love people who could change your mood and who you are and how you feel. Like, and honestly, I just wanted you guys to meet him, and I can do that because this is my show. And so I actually brought them on the show because I wanted to shed some light into the fact that, you know, we have a lot of people in the world who shame people for like who they choose to be with and their preferences. And you know, we have the LGBT community, and I stand by them, right beside them. And I want everyone who watch my show, if you watch my show, you better stand by them, because if you don't watch the show, it's fine. I'll lose a view. It is what it is. But so starting, I do want to talk a little bit about Jussie Smollett and his trial that's going on. So, what do you guys think? Did you guys initially, when the situation came about, I almost cried. I told you guys, I almost cried. Like, I literally was like, I was hurt. Like, I was like, I cannot believe that this is something that like really happened. Like, what did you guys think?
I did not know this was gonna happen at all. I seen it, and this is something that happens so much. Right. The whole hate crime situation and people just bashing gay people online and in person. So seeing this, I didn't see this coming at all. I was like, I felt bad. I even reposted it on my Instagram, and I just had like a whole like 3-page essay just writing about it in school and posting it online, how that's just not cool. Right. And I was seeing this, I'm like, oh, I look stupid. Thank you a lot.
What did you think?
I didn't really, at first, I was like, it is sad, but when I found more about it, I didn't really like feel bad for him like that. Like, I felt bad, but I don't know. It's like mixed feelings.
Right. It's like, because you don't know, like, if you want to be on his side or if you want to say, damn, why he lied. Like, it's in the air, you know? What did you think about it, girl?
So, it's like, I called it. Okay. Of course, you know, at first I felt like it was genuine. Right. The first night it came out, whenever it came out, whatever. And then as the story started getting deeper and deeper, that's when I realized, I'm like, yo, he is really putting a bad name on two communities. Yeah. The LGBTQ community and then the black community. Mm-hmm. He making us look like we liars and we just make up stories for anything and for the hell of it. So now people really won't come out clean. They won't come and tell their story because look at what he did and look at what the mess is going through.
Like the people who cried Jussie.
Yeah.
So now, you know, I guess I'm like one of those people who's like right, wrong, or indifferent. Like, no one should be like bashed. No one should be like shamed. So like, granted, he lied. You know, okay. And I still think it's some funny shit going on with the whole he lied scenario. Like, but you know, all right, granted, he lied. But I just don't think that it's for the bashing. Like, I don't think that it should be, oh, you know, I can't believe he fucking lied. Like, what the fuck, blah, blah, blah. Like, people just under the comments going ridiculous. Or like, oh, he's so stupid. I always knew he was this. And like the memes. I don't think it should be that. Because ultimately, still think about it. We have a president who is a pathological liar. So we cannot possibly think that we are going to get, you know, any outcome or any product out of us bashing each other. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Because all he's going to say is, okay, well, what the hell do y'all do different? Why should I be somebody else? Like, so, I mean, I still stand by him. You know, I hope for the best. I don't want him to spend what they said. He's facing like 17 charges.
That's what I heard, yeah.
So I obviously don't think that he should spend the rest of his life in jail. You know, I don't want it to be a slap on the wrist, but, you know, I don't want him to...
Like, of course you want him to pay for his consequence for what he did, but you don't want him to, you know, be there for the rest of his life.
Right, because I need him back on Empire. Like, I'm sorry. To be honest, he was, like, my favorite character. Like, his music, and even his little hot scenes with his men, like, that was my shit. Like, they gotta bring him back.
I'm here for Cookie.
Well, you know, Cookie she's that bitch.
I'm here for Cookie.
She is that bitch.
Yeah, you know, Cookie is gonna forever be,
maybe sometimes Hakeem.
But even when she fight with him and she be like, come on, Jamal, like when she be calling him a girl name, I live for that. Like, I need that. She be like, oh, don't pick up your panties. Like, I need those shit. I need all of that. Like,
look at your little girlfriend.
I like it because it gives you one, and also him being on Empire shed a lot of light into the LGBT community. And in all honesty, it made a lot of people more comfortable. Whether we know them personally, whether we just see them on social media now and stuff like that. A lot of people, whether they mentioned it or not, he was somebody's inspiration. You understand? So it's like, it's a lot of people who are also confused right now, who don't know, you know, damn, this was somebody who I looked up to. I don't even know what the hell to think now. Yeah. So it's like, you know, I do think that they should just tell them, you know.
Yeah, but that's what makes it worse, though.
Yeah, you know, then it's like, all right. Then we have people who's gonna be like, wow, that's why he shouldn't have did it. But I think
for the reason why he did it is just like you did it because you wasn't getting paid enough.
I'm so inclined to say they need to just let him go. I mean, I get he
because you really love him. You really support him.
You're one side. You're biased on this right now.
I'm like,
you really support him.
Okay, but
we stand a stanner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yes. I said what I said. Let him out. No, I'm just kidding. You know, I guess justice will be served to whoever's supposed to be served to. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I actually want to get into my interviews with you guys individually. So I do want to do a moment where we go back and forth on questions, but I want you guys to both be into the conversations. I don't want you guys to at any point feel like it's, just one person or feel, because no, I want you guys to be super comfortable. So first we'll start with Omar. So Omar, like I said, from following you now, I follow everything. So I see you. You're always yourself. Like I said, you're never in anyone else. You're not trying to be somebody else. You don't be somebody one day and then the next day he's like somebody else. So from taking that, I feel like you've always, this is a long time ago. I mean, you've been yourself for a while. Like you didn't before. You was never confused about what you wanted or anything like that. So how did you share your preferences and what you wanted to do with your parents and like your friends and your family?
Well, I would say since I was like young, like I always knew something was like different, but I didn't know what it was. So I was like confused and stuff. But I would say when I got into like high school, that's when I opened up more. Like when I was in middle school, I never really like talked about my sexuality and stuff to nobody. But when I was in because I went to fashion industries.
Oh wow! Look at you.
But I left because it's like a bad school. There was too much going on. But I know.
It's okay.
I know. It was like that's one of the worst mistakes. Like leaving that school because it has so many opportunities, and I love to like dress up and stuff. But
I've never heard of that.
Basically, so when I was in high school freshman year, like they embraced me a lot because there was a lot of like LGBT people in there. So I think that's when I was in high school. I started opening up more.
It was like easy for you to be like more because you were, and honestly I feel like when you go into high school, you feel grown. Like you start feeling like, well, this is who I'm gonna be, and I'm about to go to college. Like I'm gonna be this person. Because for high school, like for me, high school did the same thing. Like when I got to high school, I became like me. Yeah. Like you have no choice but to find yourself because in between your classes, it's just you. Like you're not with a whole classroom no more. Like it's a big difference. But Eddie, how about you?
I never really got to pick the age to share my sexuality. I ended up experiencing a situation that kind of set it for itself. My dad was always a scary guy to people, like to my family and to his friends. He was somebody that you had to watch what you said to him or to me. He was just not the guy to mess with. And he was also very homophobic. So one day when he was sleeping over my grandmother's house, and I was as well, he had access to my iPad. And with my iPad had my gay life. I had messages with guys, they had pictures, they had everything that was gay. Oh my God. And it was around 2 a.m. I was 14 years old, and all I remember he barged into my room and he had a picture of my Instagram feed and it showed that I liked the picture of a gay couple.
Wow, wasn't even
that was like his clarification, like that's that you're gay. So once he's seen that, he was just like, and my dad's a really big guy. He's like 350 pounds. So once he seen that, he was like, why? Like, why is this? What is this? And I'm just like, and I just woke up. And literally like in 10 seconds, he just like punched me in the face and just like cracked the iPad on my head. And he beat me. He basically beat me. And then my grandmother came from taking a shower and she ran out. And she tried to stop him, but she was also afraid of him. My grandfather came and he stopped. And he was like, you know what? No, come with me to the living room. And Nana, which was me, stay in the room. And when my dad left, he was like, you need to get the fuck out. As soon as he told me that, I went into full survival mode. I was like, I need to go. I was packing my stuff. I was throwing on different colored, like, chancletas. I put on a sweater. I was like, I need to go because he's going to kill me. Like I said, my dad's a really scary big guy.
Right, you had already felt that way prior to any of that.
So
right?
I was like, that's it. The truth is out. My heart was beating. My grandmother was in the same room as me getting ready. And she didn't really know what to say because this is something we all expected.
Right.
We just knew it was going to be a big blowout.
Right.
So I got my shit. I ran home. It was like a movie. After that, I went through court. I got an order of protection against him for 3 years. And then my family and my friends knew that I was missing school. I was just not the same. So once me and my mom addressed it to my family and friends,
because his mom has always been number one mom.
Yes,
and
yes,
she
shout
was
out to
not,
mom. Shout out
yes,
to mom.
she was not for that. So she already that's her kid. She knows.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, so it was good for him to have her. You know, other than two parents who was coming down on you and don't do this and don't do that, you know. So I feel like that made that a little bit easier for you, right?
Way easier
like,
because she knew,
right.
but she just didn't say anything. And like I said, we were all scared of him finding out. So once that situation happened, I was always the popular kid in school. So it's like me coming out is even pretty much made me more popular. I was like, hey, I'm gay. They was like, hey. I was like, hey. And all the girls loved me. I went through situations with guys in school and they hated me, but they was like, damn, Eddie gets the bitches.
Right,
so
they wanted to be with you.
Yeah,
exactly.
so
that bitches.
First of all, let me tell you about one time I went to his school. I was going to beat somebody.
Oh my God, she is
I was going to beat a little girl up because she was playing with my neck. First of all.
You came in with the whole pink jumpsuit. She had a pink jumpsuit, her hair wrapped up, and she was like, so where's she at? So we're gonna go into the school, and we're gonna go over there, and I'm gonna walk in, and I'm gonna do this. I was like, damn, she's not playing.
No.
Like, she is not playing.
I'm not for the games with my family, you know. That's the only thing that takes me out of character, you guys. I'm not.
Respect.
My family is it. Like, you can't do that, you know? But.
It's not happening.
That's just not it. It's not happening. Like, but, okay. So, oh wow. Have you ever had anybody shade you because of who you are and, you know, what you choose to be? Or just because, like, you guys have the type of personality where some people could take it very... If they're not open-minded people, they can take it in a very negative way. So, have you ever had somebody shade you because of who you are?
Of course, all the time. When I was, like, in fashion... A lot of people, they, like, assume, because I never really came out to nobody, but they kept assuming, like, oh, he's gay or whatever. They used to shame me. Like, they always used to pit me against, like, this other gay boy. So, like, they just want us to beef so much. Like, it was crazy. But when I came into my new school that I'm in now, 7th grade year, I get shaded all the time. So, to this day, like, people, like, they like to play around with that whole, like, gay stuff, like, you know. But... it's not, like, serious to the point where I feel like, oh, like, they bully me because, you know, I don't let that happen.
Right.
But...
because I'm coming to your school, too. What happened?
She's going to be in everybody's school. She's going to be in everybody's school.
So...
hello.
Right.
Okay.
So, they always, like, shade me all the time, but I don't let that affect me because, like...
you shouldn't.
I still be myself. And my school's, like, really small. So, there's, like, 3 gay boys in the school.
So, it's like, right...
2 other boys, and it's like when I first came into school last year, this other boy was trying to like beef with me just because everybody like was on
Don't you
me.
hate that? Like what? You're like the like.
That's what I don't like about the our community because they always try to like beef with each other. Like that's why we never get along. We never really do anything. Like we need to stop pitting against each other.
Right, they bring us all into one place, and next thing you know, somebody got beat up. Like,
exactly.
You're not gonna do that again. Like
I want to be friends with more, but it's like it's always like some messiness trying to get with you. It's just like a lot going on. So I get shit all the time, but I don't like.
You just let it slide off your back because at the end of the day, you know that regardless of what they say, you need to be you.
Right.
And that's it. That's it. That's the bottom line. Okay. How about you, Nene? How did you deal with somebody shit besides calling your aunt? What did you do when somebody shaded you?
If I didn't call you, I'll beat them up.
Yeah.
Period. Not even. I always got shaded, always. Before I came out the closet and when I was in the closet hiding, I was always getting shaded. But I grew up in the hood. So the way a hood person would handle a situation like that is how, like, you know, but growing up and working, being in school, getting ready for all of these grown things, it's just like fighting isn't really the vibe anymore. And just like what you said, the gay community is attacking each other.
Right.
Like we're all against each other and it's disgusting. And it's like, I walk into a room and I'm like, oh, you slept with my man, I slept with your cousin, and that's just how it is. And it's disgusting. Yeah. And it's just like, we all just bash each other and it's just so small. And with what we have going on, I don't think we should be beefing with each other. Right. It's like such a thing. It's like you go into Pride, you go into gay clubs with your head high like you're walking into fucking Bad Girls Club like, alright bitch, who's gonna say what to me? What's poppin'?
And you guys need to go in and command the floor. Why? Because you expect for me to come in and command the floor, so I'm gonna command it.
Yeah, we all gotta be a team. It's us pretty much against the world, you feel me?
Exactly. So, okay, let's get a little spicy. Next question. How, your first, boyfriend, how did that, was it a loss or was it a lesson? Did you take it as, this is my first relationship, I learned a lot of things? Or did you take it as, oh my God, I really need him back, like, wow, he really, like, made me feel like I was alive, like.
Wow. I never really been in a relationship, like, for real. Okay. I just talk to people, like, okay. I don't want to be in a relationship right now. Yes. I feel like right now I'm just worried about school. I'm trying to, like, graduate.
Heard you.
So, I don't worry about, like...
That deserves applause.
I don't want to, like, be in a relationship. Like, a lot of people, not to be cocky, but a lot of, like, boys, they do try to talk to me, you know, you have, like, well, if y'all don't know what of course he knows what it is, but...
Listen, we were all a DL, though. I feel like every gay person was a DL.
So, I get that all the time, but I always, like, kind of, like, move away, like, try to talk to me, but, like...
Right, because you have tunnel vision right now. You know what you want.
I'm very independent, and I don't like to depend on other people, so that's why I just be, like... I feel like if I do get in a relationship, I may be, like, very, like, on top of them.
Can you be my counselor? Like, this is good. Like, this is good. Like, he need to tell me, you need to have tunnel vision. I like that. I need to keep going.
I just was like, no relationships. Like, even my mom be like, worry about school before you worry about any relationships because it's not worth it, Right. That's how I went.
I agree. How about you?
See, unlike you, I have been in a relationship. My first relationship was when I was 15, a freshman in college. And it was a freshman in college, a freshman in high school.
I will add that there is an age difference, so this is okay. Because, I can't agree with one and not the other. It's just okay.
This was in the ending, a very toxic relationship, verbally and physically abusive. But in the end of the relationship, I was depressed. I couldn't live without him. I was just so... I broke right into this dark stage. And I feel like I really broke into this dark stage because I understood. Like, I wasn't being a good boyfriend.
Okay.
And I feel like that, like, a lot of people can't admit that. But now, me growing after years, I'm like, I treated you like shit.
So you were the toxic.
I was the toxic person that made him toxic, and it was just a really bad thing. So I would definitely say my relationship, my first love experience was a lesson.
Right.
It was not a loss, it was a lesson, because I learned about myself, and I learned about him, and I learned about love. I was a kid, I was 15, so I didn't really know much, but... Like, the only thing I did know was seeing what my parents went through and what people went through in the streets. Okay. So I brought it into my relationship. But now, me being about to be 19, I know from my current relationship what to bring to the table and how to bring it to the table. You feel me?
Okay. So, yes, and you guys should always take scenarios as a lesson. Mm-hmm. No matter what it was, even if you was the dog shit bad person. So
don't say it like that. Damn.
You gotta take it as a lesson, because ultimately, everything you're gonna go through is gonna be a lot of things that happen to you in life, and you should. If you don't look at it as a lesson, you're gonna be like fucked up. Yeah. So always take it as a lesson, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. But alrighty, so next up, me, Eddie, Omar, and Malaysia are actually going to do some very fun topic discussions that they chose, because they chose this. I I didn't choose these, so you guys can only be mad at yourselves, like I told you behind the scenes. So here we go. First up.
I like mine.
Oh,
it is mine, isn't it?
How did you guys feel about the Nicki and Cardi B beef? Here we go. Strap on tight.
I'm gonna throw drinks on people right now.
I feel like with me, I'm like Team Nicki. Like,
Heard you.
I've been listening to Nicki since I was like a little kid.
Okay.
So I'm Team Nicki all the way, and I feel like a lot of the time, a lot of people started that beef, like the fans and stuff, you know, which led up to everything. So yes, we'll be here all day. We get into it, but like I feel like with Nicki, she will always be like iconic. Like we will always know her, but Cardi is like the new thing that's going on right now. So
it's gonna always be tough.
Yeah, it's like competition for her. You know, it is competition for Nicki a little bit. She may not feel that way, but it's like it is kind of like that because you know she's breaking a lot of records, Cardi and stuff. So I feel like, you know, I just feel like they need to just be cordial,
right?
Or just make a song together,
right? And
I'm a big fan of Nicki Minaj. I've always been a big fan of Nicki Minaj. That's like my queen, my inspiration. I love her. But ever since Cardi came out as an Instagram star, I loved her.
Right.
And as a rapper, as a love and hip hop star, I loved her. I always loved Cardi. I love them both, but I feel like when people argue about them, I always remind them like these are two different categories.
Exactly.
Like I do not think Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are in the same category. I don't think Cardi B is a rapper. I feel like a rapper is somebody that writes their own raps. Nicki Minaj has always said that she wrote her own thing. Cardi admitted, which I respect so much, that she does not write her own things, but she still gets paid, just like Nicki Minaj, just like every other artist. But I feel like you guys are not in the same category, you know? Like, Nicki, I sit down and I listen to her, like, her lyrics. But Cardi is like, I'm a player while I'm getting ready, doing my hair, putting on my Chelsea's, my watch, and I'm a party with her. But Nicki, like, I'm gonna sit there and listen to her, and when I walk into a bougie-ass event, I'm gonna play Nicki Minaj in my head. But if I'm ratchet with my girls, I'm a party with Cardi.
Yeah,
that's
Cardi's
what I feel.
definitely gonna get you.
Yeah.
How about you, Malaysia?
So, coming from the blogging perspective of it, my friend and I, Kira, actually, we've done a whole podcast segment on it. It's an Atlantic situation. Atlantic has been trying to dethrone Nicki, and they can't do it, and it hasn't been. Let's just say it. Let's put it like that. They've tried to get Lady LaShore and who else? Cupcake.
Okay.
They tried to pay them $1 million to start fake beef with Nicki. And I guess the only person who took it was Cardi. So, no tea, no shade. But also the fact, I do love both. But Nicki, I'm more of a stan of Nicki because I've been here with Nicki, watched her grind from the beginning. Her music is very inspirational. There's like songs I could put on and I will sit there and cry with Nicki as she's singing the song, as she's rapping. Her lyrics touch people's hearts more than Cardi is like the type of person you go to a party, you know, you take your ass to and get a quick twerk in real quick. But with Nicki, you can actually feel her vibes and you can feel where she's coming from and feel her pain with it.
Right.
As well as, I also went to school with Cardi.
Wait, what school did you go to?
Lehman.
Oh, I go there.
You do?
Yeah, she just visited the school. I was stuck taking a shit in the bathroom and they let me out. She was literally in my school. That was crazy. I'm in Renaissance.
Yes, I went to Lehman.
We're already best friends.
Yeah, so I went to Lehman. So I just like saw a different perspective and view of Cardi and Hennessy as they grew up. Not saying that they're bad people, but I seen like a whole different aspect of it. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother discussion.
All right.
Get into it.
All right.
You want to check out my perspective on that? Let's go look at Auntie's Block, that podcast episode I went in, just say.
Jesus.
That's a whole nother.
We're going to check that out.
That'll be like a 3-hour session here. We're not
In my opinion, I think that, you know, like I said in that episode of that podcast that you've seen, you know, I definitely feel like we need to embrace the fact that we have multiple women who are millionaires, definitely billionaires, because ultimately we just got out of National Women's Month, but ultimately, you know, we're still in it. It's my, oh my God, Jesus, behind whatever. Okay, look at me, Jesus Christ. Okay, so I'm so, you know what it is, guys? I have a vacation coming up April 1st. I'm just waiting for the month to be over. I'm very sorry. But anyways, literally. But, you know, and I feel like that's all the more reasons. But now we have a month. Like, we have years ago and decades ago, you know, our moms used to have to literally stay at home. Like, they didn't have an opinion. They didn't have a dream. Their dream was to have kids and be home and raise us. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have that.
That's why I feel like the generations are different. Because the older generation, they don't understand the grind that we go through to be where we want to be.
You understand? Mm-hmm. Because of the fact that they didn't have to, that wasn't the fight that they had. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? And that's, you know, that's like you said, that's a different, you know, topic, but I definitely feel as though, you know, we need to just embrace it, and they should just embrace each other. I know there's been some disrespect from both, you know, both parties, but I do feel like overall, we fight with our siblings. We fight with our friends. We fight with our fucking parents. So what I'm saying is people fight, but the most important thing is how you get back from it, not how you stay in the scenario and stay negative and just continue with the negativity. Like, let it go or just don't speak. If y'all not gonna speak, then don't speak. Like you said, they both two different, you know, type of artists. Then that's just what it is.
If y'all not gonna speak, don't talk about nothing. Don't send your fans over. Don't do the derogatory things.
But it's the fans. It's the fans that
I know those bars is crazy.
Did you hear the bars? The whole
I feel like the bars, they always like
the bars is crazy.
Like, since I'm like cool with Dreamgirl, a lot of times she liked Nicki Minaj a lot, but when they started like comparing her to her, like, of course everybody gets inspiration from everybody. So,
but also I could say I know her stylist, Dream Doll. I've met her stylist, Khalil.
Yeah, he's messy.
He's very messy, and he's a barb.
Yeah.
So you can't say that.
That's what I was saying.
You can't say that Dream Doll was copying. It was her stylist who was copying. Her stylist is a full barb. On his bio says Nicki Minaj concierge. Like, everybody's style, she like, he picks from her. It's not like he comes up with these styles on his own.
That ain't even cool no more.
Yeah, but.
Wow.
Yeah, like, he really tried to out her out. But
Who tried to out who out? Khalil tried to out Dream Doll.
Oh no, but that's my, you know, I love
that's
her.
What I said.
So I
love Dream Doll. She's so
yeah, no, I like her.
Dream Doll. I just want you to know, if you're listening to this, love you.
I FaceTimed her in
she shows so much love
in Macy's,
and that's the type of artist that she is. Like, she
forever shows love,
and she's real, and that's what I like about people. I like
there's actually a lot of people that are like that nowadays. Like, they show so much love to you.
Yeah, so, you know, she was one of the first people I got that type of vibe from, and that's why I've
and she's from Bagels Club.
Well, honestly, I've been following Dream Doll since she was in Sin City, as I said in that podcast. Word? Yes, and she was always a bad bitch, never a mess. So
that was my favorite on Bagels Club. That was my favorite. I was cheering them on.
I also love how she's a rider. She rides for her man.
Who's the man?
YBN.
They just started though, didn't they?
We don't even know if they're together.
But she was holding him down.
But she had the necklace on her.
Yeah, but
that don't mean that they're together.
But she held him down when he got jumped out here.
Right, whether that's her friend or whether it's her man.
Oh, that's the nigga that got jumped.
She ride or die.
Yes.
She ride or die.
Shit. I didn't even know why.
Like, she was with him through the whole thing.
Well, you know.
I could do it.
She's a good-hearted person.
She's very good-hearted. I love her.
And, okay, one of you guys wanted to talk about Ella and A Boogie. The tea that's going down right now, we do something. I want to know who cheated, why they cheated, what happened, who, what, when, where, why. Yes, you didn't see? She posted. So
I'll be up to date with that.
I'm gonna let her tell you the intricate details. But I know she know them. I know she know them. So
a couple of days ago, Ella went on this little rampage about how she wasn't feeling her mans or whatever and whatnot. And A Boogie made a post, I don't want my girl out there showing her nipples. Everybody went crazy. It's like, you don't want your girl showing your nipples, but you messing with all these strippers and all these hoes and things like that. And whatnot. So with her doing that, you know, the media went crazy and whatnot. And come to find out, A Boogie's really cheating on her. Really cheating on her with some girl.
Like, it came out because of the fact that...
And she found out herself because this girl took pictures of Ellen A. Boogie, of the girl he cheated with when he was at a meet and greet. And the next thing you know, she has a video of his sweatshirt, of his clothes, of his pants, on the bed, on a hotel bed or some bed with condoms on it.
That's embarrassing.
On Snapchat.
But if you look at the girl...
She's butt-ass ugly.
She really?
You can't but that's what happens.
Ella's so pretty. I think she's so pretty.
People, you have the guys who have the baddest bitches and they cheat on them with the baddest bitches. Because they gotta, you know what it is? They gotta see what it's like to be trash. I understand. I get it. I do. But I honestly feel like between them, they need to stay off of social media. Because they always end up right back.
They need to break up.
I don't think
but
they
have
need to
kids.
break up. Yeah, I don't think they need to break up.
Kids are involved. It's hard to like.
I understand the whole aspect of being together for the kid, but that relationship, honestly, I could say it looks toxic. Like it's very toxic, and it's heading to a toxic way.
It was toxic in the beginning. It was toxic in the beginning.
They break up, get back together, break up, get back together, break up, get back to. It's like a whole repetitive thing, and every fan of those two see it and notice it. And if you go through the comments, that's why she deleted her Instagram, I think a couple days ago, because on the Shade Room they kept saying all y'all do is break up. It was like literally every comment, all y'all do is break up and get back together. It's a toxic relationship.
I mean,
I can't be with
we have some
like
relationships who, you know, different relationships work differently. So I don't think they should break up. I just think that they should keep things off of social media so that you don't have people telling you the wrong part of your relationship. You could just figure it out yourself, you know, things like that.
Also, you can see the vibe hasn't been there for a while now.
How they've been? I don't think so. I don't get that vibe. I was like, oh shit, like I didn't get that vibe. I thought that they were.
For one, there ain't no way you gonna put somebody gonna post a picture of y'all two and then A Boogie gonna No, they commented relationship goals, vibes, and he comments, not mine. Ain't no way you gonna do that to
that's
me.
fucked up.
Hell no. He commented it. I seen that with my two eyes, not mine.
Well,
hell no.
there you go.
But he's a good father.
Yeah,
I think he is so cute with
he's a good father. She's a
their
good
daughter
mother.
is beautiful.
They definitely are good parents. I could say that. Give them the props for that. They're good parents.
And they're young parents too. They're young. How does Ella?
I think she's like 20. Isn't she 21? 22?
No.
21,
nope,
22?
Nope. Let's just say when I was a junior, she was still a junior in high school. She was still in middle school.
In middle school?
No, her birthday just passed. She just turned.
She's young. She's really young. She's not 21 yet.
Like my young, like 18 young?
Maybe younger.
No fucking way.
Nah. I think she may be like 18 or 19. Because I think last year, while she was pregnant, they said she's finally legal.
She's been lying about her age.
She just hasn't. I don't know if she has been lying about it or she just.
Didn't she just turn 21?
No.
I don't know, man.
She in clubs.
Listen, I don't know.
Let me tell you, I was a junior in high school.
Everybody be in clubs now, honey.
Yeah.
I was a junior still in high school, and one of my homegirls who was a sophomore was telling me Ella wanted her to go pick her up from middle school.
All right, next topic. I can't
So let's try to figure out the age. Let's go first figure out the age.
Chloe and Tristan.
Yo.
Come on, what you think?
His voice.
I don't know.
His voice.
Chloe is just like very like.
Yo,
I don't know what to say.
I'm not here for that.
Say about that. Like it's a.
I just want to say, Jordan broke girl code.
Yeah, but then again, Tristan is wrong as well.
Of course,
so.
we all know that. We know he's the biggest dog. Like,
but it's karma for Chloe because they did messed up. They took people's man before, so it's like.
But are you a Kardashian hater?
I'm not a Kardashian hater. I like Kylie Jenner. That's the only one I really like.
First of all, my name is Tiara Kardashian. So
hello.
No.
China. I'm Kim Kardashian. Period.
No.
I like Khloe. I feel like Khloe is the most realist one of the Kardashians. I love all of them, especially the Jenners, but I feel like Khloe's the realest one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But of course, it's something like we already know that he's a dog.
Yeah.
It's nothing new.
Once a dog, always a dog. That's what I feel.
Yeah, it's not like we don't know that. Before it to be Jordan.
Yeah.
Out of all people.
That really hit me.
Because, hold on. You heard in my podcast, like I said, ain't no way I'm going to let my leg be over somebody that I ain't trying to mess with. Wow. I'm just saying.
Wow.
And she said it with her own 2 lips.
Jesus Christ. I genuinely feel like no matter how many times he cheated before, no matter how many times she took him back, this was the worst. Mm-hmm. Because, you don't do that. Like,
especially with somebody that's close to your family.
You don't, and he's absolutely right. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously, B has, but I feel like, ultimately, he tried you. And the fact that you thought that you could be in his house, talking about I was there making sure he wasn't there with other girls. Girl. That don't even sound... And then the fact that you went and continued to shade the situation is bad, But he tried you, and he tried you because he knew that he could try you. And to him, for you, that makes you are a predator. Because not in age, I'm saying you're a predator because you chose somebody who was weak. Somebody who, of course, is, looking to be looked at in that way, looking to be, personified as one of them. And, somebody, like, you chose that. And I just feel like that was low. That was super, super low. And you tried to come in between them. And that's trash. And if I see you in the street, I would probably throw something at you.
He's a dog. We gonna know. He's a very low. He threw a low blow at that instance. He was low.
But
that's a whole nother low.
Talking about low lows. How about Rich and Mariah Lynn? She had a whole.
Oh my God, I seen that. Oh, that was really.
I feel like it was bad on both ends because he didn't say anything to defend her up. But also at the end of the day, why is she spilling his business like that?
What, the business? It was her kid. It was their kid.
No,
the diabetes, right?
The diabetes. No, he already said that. So
he got a vasectomy.
What is that? Wait, yo, I'm gonna sound so dumb, but I don't understand. When she said that, I was like, what the?
When he cuts his things off,
when you stop your ability from being able to create a child, so he clipped it.
Wait, but how was that? She said that that was gonna work. She said that they were still gonna try to have a kid. How?
They said they were gonna do in vitro, things like that.
But
because he froze his.
But why is she coming out her mouth saying that he got a vasectomy? Like at the end of the day, you caught him really off guard.
What you think, Omar?
She was wrong.
She was wrong.
She always dragging situations. I feel like sometimes I feel like.
Let me just say.
Why then? Like, I've seen her, a couple times. She's, a chill person, but I feel like sometimes she puts on, a show for, the camera.
Definitely.
Which everybody does.
Definitely.
But
she has to. But she has to put on a show. This is reality TV.
I mean, I'm already blocked from her, so I can't get blocked.
Yeah. Seriously? I've never had a celebrity block me. Not yet.
I did.
Yet.
I had, a whole Bad Girls Club spoilers page when Bad Girls Club was hot. And I used to talk mad shit about all the bad girls and it all blocked me.
Oh, shit.
And I was 11 years old.
The only person that blocked me is Remy Ma.
Remy. Remy.
She's a salty bitch.
She gotta go.
So it's alright.
She's
But, yeah,
love her, but
get her out of here.
It didn't start, really.
Boom!
It didn't really start.
No, her time started. We have to give her that. We have to. Her time started back then. We just were all sitting in the womb for her time.
Leaning back. So it's alright, but
she had her 2 songs.
Okay. Speaking of celebrities, if you could date any celebrity, who would it be?
Chris Brown. All for it. Chris Brown. I don't care. Chris Brown. That's Vay. That's my husband. That's Eric. Chris Brown, I'm looking for you.
My boy.